Today's episode is sponsored by Julie. Did you know that HBO is adapting Dark Matter, a book by um say the name?
It's okay. Here's the thing.
Oh no, did I mess it up? Is it not Dark Matter? What is it called?
It's it's dark places.
Dark Places. Julie, did you know that HBO is adapting a book called Dark Places by I did so
Jillian Flynn. This is not going well.
okay,
By Jillian Flynn.
by Julian Flynn. Uh-huh. Did you know
Yes, I
that?
I did know.
Okay. Tell us about it,
Did you
Julie.
know that?
No, but I wanted to bring it up for you. Welcome to You, Me, and Chisme, your number one source for Chisme on the internet. Today's episode is sponsored by Dark Places, a book by Jill. I already forgot the name.
Jillian Flynn
Gillian Flynn, which is being adapted into a series
series,
by HBO.
HBO.
They also did Shadow. No, what is it called? Sharp Objects.
Sharp Objects.
And Julie wanted to talk about it, and I want her to tell the world why she's excited about this. Go ahead, Julie.
I'm prepared first and
Uh-huh.
foremost.
Yeah.
It's just exciting. I mean, there was not much to it.
Okay.
I'm just excited. She's the same author that wrote Gone Girl. So it's Gone Girl, Sharp Objects, and her other book is Dark Places. Um, all phenomenal and all have been adapted beautifully. Sharp Objects was a great adaptation. Gone Girl, as we all know, we know it and we love it. So I'm looking forward to Dark Places. I'm sure it will also be great. Thank you so much, Adrian, for
You're
bringing this to everyone's attention.
okay. You're very welcome. I'm happy to give up my sponsored by um to you, Julie.
Thank you so
Anytime.
much. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, well, lovely. Welcome to Yumi and Chisme, your number one source for Chisme on the internet. I think I already said that, but hello again. Adrian and Julie here. Julie. Julie, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing I'm okay. Yeah,
Look at you.
I
Love
mean, I'm
that for
not gonna
you.
lie and say I'm doing fantastic.
I mean, no,
You want to
no
know
one
what
would
happened the
believe
other day?
it.
I
What?
know. Yeah. Okay. Last Saturday I went up Runyon. I live at the bottom of Runyon Canyon and I
Ooh.
went up Runyon before I had to go to work. And
Before
so
you had to go to work.
yes, I had to work on Saturday and
Okay.
so before I went to work I went up there. I had to go in, it was a Saturday, so I went in specifically for an event, and I had to be there at 2. So I went up, it's not like I was up there at the crack of dawn.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely thought it was cracking on. It's not
No,
as
no, no,
exciting
no. See,
anymore.
yeah, okay. See, and I don't want to lie, so I'm clarifying. Um,
Appreciated.
so I went up there, I came back, and I had timed it just in time for me to come back, take a shower, get ready, go to work. I come back
Mm.
and I come into my room, and my whole room has exploded. The bar in my closet
What?
that is hanging all of my clothes has
Okay, so
fallen
it,
to the ground.
it didn't actually explode.
Well,
Okay.
um,
Okay.
it has fallen to the ground. And I, for one, am annoyed.
Yeah, no, that's annoying.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't
You
like,
okay?
I'm okay. Are my
Yeah.
clothes okay?
You survived that?
Well, physically, yes. Emotionally, I'm still thinking about it. Um,
I'm sure you're strong. I'm sure you'll get through this.
yeah,
Our
thank
thoughts
you.
and prayers are with you during this difficult time.
Well, listen, I immediately not immediately, but I sent the landlord, a text within the hour, and I said, "Hi, this is the problem. I need this fixed." And
Hmm.
he said this week, or somebody will
Uh,
handle it this
yeah,
week.
yeah.
Haven't heard anything yet. Um
And the week is not over, he would
The
say.
week is not over, but the week is almost over. And so,
Yeah.
listen, I just want to go on the record and say I do not like these people. Nobody should live in
Mm.
this building. Nobody should live in a building that is owned by these people.
Oh my gosh.
Um, no, they're
Okay, tell me more.
horrible. They're horrible people. Okay, so it's a brother and a sister, and I yelled when we first moved in. I yelled at this woman on the phone, And she's like, well, I could just
Okay,
rip up the con.
elaborate quickly before you
Okay.
got canceled.
Okay. Well, listen, no,
Tell us
no.
the story. I'm
Okay.
sure we'll be on your side, but we should know the full story.
Okay, yes. We were moving in at the beginning of August.
Okay.
August
Oof.
1st, August 1st was like a Monday or something. And so
Uh-huh.
we had set a plan to say, can we start bringing in our things the weekend before?
Mm.
And July, I don't know. How many days are in July? I don't know. 30. So July 29th and 30th, whatever.
Let's not embarrass ourselves by not knowing things.
Yeah. I had ordered a mattress. I had expedited the shipping. I had, we had made plans. Jaime and I had made plans to move out of the apartment that we were in,
Hmm.
and we show up and this place is not done because they were remodeling it. It was
Mm.
nowhere being done. There was holes in the closet. Jaime's sink wasn't ready. Kanisha was moving in with us as well. Like
Hmm.
there was a lot of work that needed to be done, and we were supposed to move in on the 1st of August, but we were already told that we could start moving in. And so I said, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I don't remember
Hmm.
exactly what I said, but I was very upset with her.
Hmm. Hmm.
And she's like, "Well, I can rip up the contract if you want me to." Oh, that pissed me off so much. Anyways, thanks to Jaime's.
Okay, but what do you oh, and then what happened?
Well, hold on. So
Okay.
we couldn't move in. We couldn't move
Right.
in. But we had already said that we were going to take all of our shit out of the apartment that we were at.
Mm. Mm.
The only room that was done was my room. So
Mm.
we shoved all of the things that we owned into my room, and then we stayed at Jaime's husband's apartment. Well, this is before they were husbands.
Hmm.
We stayed at Ken's place for a couple nights. I think maybe 2 nights. And then Kanisha and I finally came and like we slept in the living room for a while. Um
Uh-huh.
it took them a while to like to we didn't have a stove. There wasn't a stove in the apartment.
Did they what's it called? Did they discount your rent during this time?
No.
Why not?
We're not going to get into this right now.
Okay. Okay.
They're horrible people, okay? They're horrible, nasty,
Okay.
disgusting, rude people. And
Okay,
that's
but what I meant about what happened is what how did you get out of I'll rip up your contract. How did that stop from being a threat and then it didn't happen?
I told her that is not why I'm calling. I don't want to rip up the
Oh,
contract. I'm moving into this apartment. What I want
yeah.
is for it to be done like the way it was promised that it was going to be done.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna go into the story next. You know how I got into the
Yes.
the fender bender.
Yes, yes, yes.
Somebody rear-ended me. I got a call from Jacob's insurance. I mentioned that Jacob was the guy in
Jacob.
front of me,
Yes.
who I didn't hit, by the way. Jacob's insurance called me. They left a voicemail. I couldn't pick up. I called back. I talked to Brenda. Brenda, lovely lady, love her.
Love Brenda.
I gave her my statement about what happened. And then I rushed over to tennis today. And as I get to tennis, I look at my phone and she's leaving another voicemail on my phone. So I pick it up and she tells me, this is after I gave the statement. She tells me, well, Jacob said that you hit him. Mm-mm.
Jacob.
Jacob, what we're not going to do is throw me under the bus.
We were
Okay.
rooting for you,
We were
Jacob.
all rooting for you, Jacob. We were all
Mm-mm.
rooting for you. Okay.
Okay.
And I clearly told Brenda, that is not the case at all.
Yeah.
I did not hit Jacob's car. And so I promptly, well, after tennis, I sent her photos of Jacob's car that I took, photos that I took.
Mm-hmm.
I mistakenly did not take a photo of the front of my car on the scene. Okay. But he did
Mm,
say, send me photos of the front of your car. I said, gladly, will do.
yeah.
I came home, I took the photos. Um, Jacob's car has a little damn it, I forgot what Jaime called it when I was telling him the story. But it has a little thing that sticks out that you like attach if you're gonna move something heavy.
Oh,
One of those things.
that thingy.
Yeah, sticking out. So if I would have hit his car, that would have definitely made a dent in my. There's no damage to the front of my car.
Yeah.
There's no damage. And there's
Wow.
there's a scratch on the back of his car, but my car wouldn't have really been able to do that. And there's no evidence that it caused that to his
Mm-hmm.
car. So I just want to listen, Jacob. I just want to say,
Mm-mm.
I just want to say, I thought we had a moment. I thought we shared a
Yeah.
moment. I thought we were on the same page. He
Right.
told me he wasn't worried about his car. I didn't hit your car, Jacob. It is the cold stone truth and a cold stone fact that I did not hit your car. And
Yeah.
Jacob, I'm not upset. I'm not upset.
Mm.
I did notice that your parents' name was on the insurance. I didn't see your name, but I'm not upset with you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Brenda seemed very lovely. She seemed to think that I was right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm just gonna
She's
say,
probably like, Jacob does this all the fucking time.
you know what? I don't want to say that, but she probably knows who Jacob is at this point.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm
Oh
just
my
saying.
goodness, Jacob. You were so kind about him in
He
our
was
last
he was
episode.
so nice to me. And then when Brent and when I finished my phone call with Brenda, who
Mm-hmm.
didn't bring it up during our original call, I
Right.
was like, "Oh my God, faith in humanity. It works." Because Jacob and I had an understanding and he clearly told the truth. But
Right.
but another lesson learned,
Mm.
never trust a man because he turned around and
Say
he
it.
told and he told Brenda, "Oh no, he hit my car." But guess what? Guess what? The truth will always prevail.
Mm-hmm. The truth will set you free.
And I am as free
As
as
a bird.
as a bird. I'm free
As a
as a
bird.
bird.
He's
I'm
Nelly
like a
Furtado.
bird. I always fly away.
That is so funny because at work today that song came up
Uh-huh.
because someone was singing it and then this guy was like, "Who sings that song? I haven't heard that song in a long time." And we were like, "Nelly Furtado." And he's like, "That's not who I was picturing singing that
Mhm.
song." I was like, "Who am I picturing? It's Nelly." And he's like, "No, I don't know who I was picturing, but definitely not Nelly Furtado."
Uh-huh.
It's a good song.
It's a great song. I
Yeah.
love Nelly Furtado. Okay. Anyways, that's my story. I'm sticking
I
to it.
loved it. Jacob, we are
Jacob.
disappointed.
Jacob, come on the pod. Okay.
Jacob, come on the pod. Let's
We have
discuss.
questions. Yeah. Drew
Yeah,
especially wants to interrogate you.
100%. Why
Mm.
did you lie and how did you lie? That's like ballsy stuff. Lying to an insurance company?
I mean,
That's
I,
wild.
it's very wild. I mean, did I get really close to his car? Yeah. But like I didn't
Right.
hit his car.
Yeah,
And when
yeah,
a-
yeah.
and when the lady behind me hit me, my brake I have already hit I was my foot was already firmly on the brake, by the way.
Yeah.
And the impact, excuse me, oh my gosh. The impact wasn't so hard that it pushed me into
Yeah,
Jacob's
yeah, yeah.
car. Um anyways, listen, this is all going to get sorted out. Don't you worry.
No, no, no. We trust you. And we trust Brenda.
And we
Don't
trust
let us down,
Brenda.
Brenda. Don't let us
Yeah.
down, Brenda.
Now, my insurance, I don't know. Stephanie, Stephanie, I emailed you and I told you when I was available and you never called me.
Fucking Stephanie.
So I would appreciate a call back, Stephanie. First of
Yeah.
all, Stephanie, when she first emailed me, called me Miss Schmidt. And I said,
What?
this is not going
That's
to
not even
go well.
close to your last
I
name.
said, this is not me. What? And then she said, when are you available today or tomorrow? That was Friday and Saturday. And I'd let her know. And Friday and Saturday came and nothing happened. So
Mm,
listen, the saga continues. But
yeah.
we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna
I
be
believe in you and I believe in Brenda and I believe in the power of doing what's right.
exactly, Julie. Because if you tell the truth,
Yeah.
then that's all you have. All we have is the truth.
Yeah.
All we have is the truth. and
And
all we could
orgasms.
do, and
What?
orgasms. And
Yeah.
if you tell the truth, you might get an orgasm. Although
And wouldn't you be lucky?
I've been telling the truth for a long time, and well,
Finish that sentence, please.
I don't know,
No orgasms.
no orgasms.
No orgasms. That's
No,
sad. Not
well, I
even
mean, I can
by
make
your lonesome. I was
no,
gonna
yeah, I can
say,
make yeah, yeah, yeah,
sometimes all you
yeah.
need is a hand and a good time. Who said that?
Yeah, no, and listen, if I ate an edible, oh, do you eat
Literally out of
edibles?
this world. No, 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 no,
Okay.
no.
Um,
Bad news bears.
I am a fan of an edible.
Are
Yeah.
you?
Oh my gosh, let me tell you something. The body high is very intriguing to
Yeah,
me, and um, I did eat one the other day, and it really put me to sleep. But I can typically handle them. Um,
yeah.
and mm,
I see
mm.
where you're going,
Mhm.
and I've been there, and I
Mhm.
love that for you.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I
Remember
don't
that one time that read my mind.
when you squirted.
Oh my God. Read my mind silently.
Okay. I won't. The microphone is on, Julie. The mic is on. It's on. What do you want me to do?
Yeah. Anyway, I was trying to have a
Oh,
moment of something in common.
oh, I see.
Okay. I was just trying to let you know that I knew the power.
Oh,
I knew
yeah.
that I understood
No, I know
where
you
we
do.
were. Ah,
I know you get it.
Adrian,
Well, we're manifesting.
we're manifesting. We are absolutely manifesting.
Yeah, no, there's no secrets here.
No, not anymore. There's not. Not even if I wanted there to be. The
uh,
audience is probably like, Julie, let's be serious. We've heard the story 4 times.
yeah, I think you've mentioned it before.
Yeah, no, I definitely have.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. What
Well,
are you what's going on with you?
what? You
What, Julie?
sounded.
What? What? What, Julie? What? Say it. Say it. You've been wanting to say it
What's
since you logged on today. Say it.
what's going on with me? Nothing much. Still walking.
Okay, good.
Still, guys, Candace told me, uh-huh.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I did
No,
have a
no,
very
please
critical
do.
question. We are
Okay.
coming up on a storm. What are you gonna do? What's the plan for the walking?
Probably cry. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's a gym in my
Oh, right.
apartment building.
Yes.
So I could just walk downstairs real quick. Look,
Hmm.
I've been walking inside the apartment. I think I'm okay. If I get steps in the morning, it makes the rest of the day so much easier. Before I do anything, if I wake up first thing and I get some steps in, the rest comes so much easier. I was struggling for a minute. I was going to say I read it somewhere, but let's be serious. Candace told me that usually, on average, people tend to leave their resolutions on January 17th. She's like, so you made it past that date, so you're good. Like, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl after that.
Wait, why does
Um,
Candace know this? She's so
Candace
smart.
knows all, she knows so much.
Oh
She's
my
taught me everything I know.
Candace, come on the pod.
February, be on the lookout, everybody. All these people we're manifesting them into our podcast. Colin Farrell, come on the pod. Anywho, so by January 17, a lot of people drop their resolutions. I've made it over that hump. I'm
Hmm.
feeling really good. For a solid week, I was feeling, I don't, well, look, you're on your period.
Right,
You're like, do I want to walk or do I want to lay in bed? Do I
right.
want to get some steps in or do I want to jump off a bridge? Like, your period just makes you feel a lot of things.
Mm,
And all I want to do every time I'm on my period is sleep. I just want to lay around, eat junk food, and sleep and
mm,
watch movies. That's all I want to do. And it
mhm.
was so hard for me to pull myself. off of the bed and
Mm,
get some steps in on the worst day. The third day is always the worst day.
mhm,
I left Candace a voice memo crying and laughing within the
uh-huh,
span of 5 minutes.
uh-huh.
So we were having a time, but I still got my steps in.
Okay,
10,000 every single day.
good,
Wow.
good.
I'm so proud of me.
She's a superwoman.
Welcome to our singing episode.
Great.
How about
That's good
you?
to
How are
have.
you doing?
I just told you, Julie. I just
Okay,
went through
tell
a whole
me.
thing about my closet and the
Okay,
car.
but that what is you see what he does? You see what he does? And we get on here and then he starts being mean to me. You guys see what he does to me? Okay, wait, side note, really funny because it just reminded me of something. This is something I do to my managers, one specifically, where he will tell me something and I'll be like, "Oh, so women can't have opinions?" And he's like, "That's not what I feel like that's what you said, so I can't say anything now." And that's
Uh-huh.
just really fun for me.
I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and I pushed back a little bit, and
Okay.
they said, see, this is exactly what you do with Julie on the podcast. And
Oh my God. I love you. I want to build a statue in your name.
and and they were sorely mistaken.
I don't think they were. I think they were right on the money.
I don't think so. Anyways, anyways, do you like that I'm wearing a hat today?
I do. I was going to mention it earlier. I do like that you're wearing a hat. LA.
We do live in
Did
LA.
where did you get this hat? Where did you acquire the hat?
A hat store? I don't I don't know.
I don't know. I just don't think of you going into a hat store.
Yeah, like one of those hat stores at the
No,
mall.
I know what a hat store is.
I forget what they're called.
You see how he treats me like I'm
I,
stupid?
I
You see how he treats me like I'm dumb?
who are you looking at right
And
now?
I
Who are you talking to?
the audience, the audience.
Uh-huh.
I can't. You see how he treats me like I'm stupid?
I'm having a bad hair day, so I had to put on a hat. And I also
Okay.
wore a hat to tennis, and so um
Love that. How's tennis going?
tennis is going well. Today was a little
Okay.
rough, but it's because Brenda called me about Jacob right as I was getting started
Fucking
with tennis, so
Brenda.
it threw me off.
Right.
Yeah, tennis is going really well. Love it. I love tennis.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
thanks,
love
Coach
that for you. Are
Coach
you still getting
Brian.
coached? Okay.
Yeah, Coach Brian just had a birthday last week. Well,
Happy
I guess
birthday,
when you
Coach
listen to
Brian.
this, it was 2 weeks ago. Happy birthday, Coach Brian. Um, yeah, so it's really lovely. I have a great time, and I feel like I'm learning new skills. And you know what I do now? I follow
Tell me.
accounts on Instagram that do tennis, and I'm like,
Sh-
oh, okay, pa, pa, pa. Yeah.
Okay. I love
Anyways,
that. Really quick before we move on, I can sense us moving into the topic of the day, but I need to breaking news that I
okay,
had forgotten about until this very moment.
go ahead.
I, everyone buckle up. Everyone hold on to your chonies.
Uh-huh.
I did something the other day.
Uh-huh.
I watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
OMG. A
Yeah.
episode or the first episode?
The very first episode.
Okay. Lay it on
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
Are you gonna watch episode two?
I haven't even been able to look at myself in the mirror after what I saw.
Oh, so you met Mary.
Okay.
And Jen Shaw.
You
And
guys.
have you ever smelled like a hospital before?
Okay, you guys, let's get into it. Let's
Uh-huh.
get into it. I cannot get over the fact that in this, if you haven't seen the show, get a load of this. I
Uh-huh.
cannot, I couldn't believe what I was watching as it was unfolding. That the
Uh-huh.
big conflict this episode is the fact that one of the bitches told the other bitch, "You smell like a hospital. Wait for it. Wait for it." After She came from the hospital. She was coming from, she was in a hospital. She came here. The lady said, "You smell like a hospital." This bitch said, "That is the most insulting thing you've ever said. How the fuck dare you?" My aunt got her leg amputated. And the bitch is like, "And that's why you smell like a hospital." I just, this is the conflict. I couldn't, I can't wrap my head around it. And I'm like, no, this is reaching levels of silly that I wasn't prepared for. Like, I was ready for like genuine, okay, maybe like an actual conflict. You smell like a hospital, bitch. You came from a hospital.
Yeah. I have one of the great things about watching Housewives is how silly it can be and
Oh no.
how funny and how over the top it is. And
It's insane.
it's really good. So okay, so are you gonna watch episode 2?
I don't know, friend. I don't
Yes. Okay.
know.
Here's the
Ugh.
thing. I understand that the hospital thing is silly, but you have to think we got to think about the big picture here. You have to get over the hospital thing so that we can get to the larger goal here, which is
Yeah.
real juicy television.
Yeah.
Please, please. You have to get through season 1. You have to.
Okay.
And then it will really pay off. I promise. I promise you, Julie.
Okay.
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 But you also have to just embrace the fact that these women are over the top characters that do exist. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this is how they really
Yeah.
are. Um, but you have to just lean into it. You have to lean into it.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna
Okay.
try to watch a little bit more.
Okay. You
Um,
know what? On our Patreon, we should review every episode.
we should review every episode. Maybe we should make special bonus episodes of the podcast where we
Yeah.
review a season of a Real Housewife show.
Oh, not every episode. Okay. A season
Every
is
single
fine.
episode from the beginning, yes. Well, let's see how it does.
Okay, let's set it at the first episode. Or no, sorry, at the first season. Watch the first season and we'll
Okay.
recap the first season. And
Okay.
I'm gonna bring on special guests.
Okay.
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 And
Yeah.
then
We'll do an entire episode based on season 1 Real Housewives, Salt Lake City.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. Behind a paywall. So that people can pay for it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Maybe. Who knows? We'll think about it. We're gonna think about
We are always accepting Venmo.
it.
So if you
Yeah,
just want to send some over.
you can find
Yeah.
me at Venmo at DJ Adriatic. Just want to let
Y-
you know.
Yeah, just send us the money and we'll send special podcast episodes directly to you if you want.
Maybe somebody wants to buy me a breakfast burrito and I'm not going to stop them.
I would never stop them.
Okay? I'm just saying. Um Julie, I do have thoughts of the week. Okay?
Okay,
It
give it
is a
to
shorter
us.
week. It's a shorter week for us here, but I do
Yeah.
have some thoughts. If you don't mind indulging me. It's
No, I
time
love it.
for Adrian's Thought Corner. Okay. Continuing to I'm gonna keep doing it until somebody says that was really good. Do that one. So
Okay. We're
who
still
knows?
waiting.
Okay. This week on Adrian's Thought Corner, Megan Mullally really had it right. Fuck Deborah Messing.
Speak on it. Say it loud and say it proud. I felt the same way.
Fuck Deborah Messing. I mean,
Yes.
what is this woman doing? I
Yeah.
don't get it.
Fuck her. Yeah.
Mm. Um. Oh,
Yeah.
I've never gotten a bigger ick in my entire life. And you know
I
what?
fucking agree.
Oh, I swear to God, I haven't watched Will and Grace since. But if I can't watch it anymore, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be so pissed off.
Yeah, I agree.
Ugh. Ugh. Google why. um. Anyways, she's a genocidal maniac, but whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
One time in college, I have this thought regularly. One time in college,
Okay.
a friend told me that another friend didn't like how many exclamation marks I use, and now I regularly get self-conscious of the usage of exclamation marks that I use.
Oh my God.
This happened over 10 years ago, and I still think about it to this day.
That is such a interesting thing to notice about somebody.
I think I think that certain people interpret exclamation marks as being, I don't know if fake is the right word, but being overly excited about something. I'm guilty of using a lot of exclamation marks. I like to emote as much emotion as possible as I can in a text message. And a lot of the time the conversations that I'm having are either excited or they are um maybe there's an exclamation that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want to add. But I don't want to bold it, because what? And so I
Totally.
I sometimes will read a text message or an email because I use them at work a lot.
Uh-huh.
Um and I will be like, don't need exclamation marks there, and I'll either rewrite it or just take them out. Anyways,
Right.
that is one of my quirks.
Love
Um,
that.
this is not original thought of mine, but this is a thought that somebody had, and I want to read it.
Okay.
Chloe Sevigny recently did an interview, and they asked her
Mm-hmm.
about the state of New York City, and she said this quote:
Mm-hmm.
"The athleisure and the dogs are taking over. And that's really unfortunate. Everybody's in Lululemon and has a fucking dog. It's driving me crazy. I'm sorry, dog lovers. There are too many of you." And I frankly could not agree with anything more. And I don't
Yeah.
even live in New York, but let me tell you about Los Angeles.
Yeah.
It's the same thing over here. I regularly go on my walks to Runyon Canyon because it's a really good workout, and it's a level up from my neighborhood walk because it's more
Mm-hmm.
challenging. And so I'm trying to do that more. There are signs when you walk. I think I've talked about this before. There are signs when you're walking into Runyon Canyon that this is a put your dog on a leash zone. Not
Yeah.
only for the safety of other patrons of the canyon walk, but the
Mm-hmm.
dogs themselves, because we're in wildlife area and something about some kind of fox could come out. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
The amount of people who do not
Yeah.
have their dog on a
On a
leash.
leash. Yeah.
What's the problem? Also,
Yeah.
I want to point out that a lot of these dogs are small dogs. The hike up is intense. It
Yeah.
is. I walk for a good from my apartment a good 38 minutes completely uphill. The dogs are tired.
Yeah, that's rough.
Why is your dog, why are you making your dog hike up this hill?
Yeah.
Also, tell your dog that I don't want to pet it. Okay. Don't have the dog come up to me.
Yeah.
Also, move the dog out of the way. People are
Yeah,
walking.
that's a great point. Sophia has her dog, and when I go over on the weekends, we take the dog on walks so I can get my steps in. And Sophia, I'm teaching her that not everybody likes a dog. Not everyone wants to pet a dog. Not
Some people are
everyone wants to
allergic
be
to dogs.
bombarded. Yeah, she's hypoallergenic, but not every dog wants to, not every person wants to be they don't have to like a dog. So I'm teaching her that when we see people and they're about to get near us to hold the leash closer to her so that Bella doesn't, it's a dog, it doesn't know any better. It's excitedly going to a human. So yeah, I'm teaching her to hold it. But it's a thing that I thought because I know you and I'm like, yeah, not everyone likes a dog. And that's okay. And you shouldn't impose your dog onto other people when you don't know
Yeah,
what their thing
yesterday I
is.
didn't go up Runyon, but I did do a neighborhood walk, and there was a man who was taking his dog out for a walk, and the dog saw me and wanted to only go to me. And I happened to be on the phone at the time. Um, but I clearly moved out of the way
Yeah.
because I didn't want to interact with the dog. Now, the man
Yeah.
was cute, so if I would have interacted with him, would he have fucked me? Probably not, but
Ah,
maybe. Who knows?
maybe.
Who
Maybe.
knows? But um I didn't want to pet the dog.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And those are my thoughts for the week.
I love that.
Come back next week where I will possibly have more thoughts and a new version of the theme song.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adrian.
No, thank you, Julie, for being so courteous as you raise your dog.
Thanks.
Yes. Okay. Well, listen, this when this episode airs, the Grammys will have already aired. We will already know who won the Grammys.
Yeah.
We're going to make Grammy predictions. So
Right.
as you're listening to this, you will be able to say, wow, they were so wrong. So we're gonna do some Grammy predictions for some of the top categories here. So um let's start, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, first up, we're gonna do Best New Artist. Here
Okay.
are the nominees: Coco Jones, Gracie Abrams, Fred again, Ice Spice, Jelly Roll, Noah Khan, Victoria Monet, and The War and Treaty. Julie, your prediction. And if you want to say, if your prediction is also from who you feel passionately about, you feel
Yeah.
free to share.
This is a stacked category. It is heavy with
I have
people
a
that deserve it.
question. Do you
Tell
know
me.
who Jelly Roll is?
Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
I don't. Maybe I should.
Oh, he's
Sorry.
good. He's good.
Okay.
He's good and he's like solid human being.
Oh, what
Yeah.
kind of music does he sing?
Country song, singer,
Oh, does he have
songwriter-esque.
face tattoos?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I know who that is. Jelly
yeah.
Roll. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
I love him. Yeah. No, you may be thinking of Teddy Swims. There's
Oh,
two.
oh, I do know who Teddy Swims is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jelly Roll looks similar but different.
Oh, okay.
But similar.
Okay.
They could be brothers.
Okay. Okay.
Um, this stack cast, a lot of people deserve it. I think Noah Khan's gonna take it.
Oh, interesting.
I
Okay.
know who you think is gonna take it.
Who?
Victoria Monet. And
Yeah.
that could look, she has a variety cover.
Uh-huh.
It could be happening.
Mm-hmm.
I love Noah Khan. I think he has kind of swept over the music industry very quickly. I
Mm-hmm.
think his last album was everywhere. You can't miss it. It's going international now, number one internationally for the first time.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I also love The War and Treaty.
I was just gonna say the Warren Treaty has been around for a long time.
A long time.
So I could see, you know, relationship building that's happened over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that they
I
will, but
no.
yeah.
No, but I mean again, a stacked cast, I think so many of them deserve it.
Yeah, I also really love Coco Jones, but I do think that Victoria Monet is going to win.
Okay.
Um, okay, best pop vocal album. The nominees
Okay.
are Ed Sheeran for Subtract, Kelly Clarkson for Chemistry, Miley Cyrus for Endless Summer Vacation, Olivia Rodrigo for Guts, and Taylor Swift for Midnights. Do you have a thought, Julie?
I think that this is what I think. I think anything Taylor Swift is nominated for, she's probably going to take. And I don't think that's what's deserved or necessary or needed, but I do think it's going to be tough to beat her. I'll be shocked if she doesn't win most of her categories.
I agree. Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift are both nominated for Album of the Year, so I think it's between the two of them. I mean, I'm gonna vote for Olivia, but
But if we're talking pop vocal,
oh well, sweetie, Kelly Clarkson should win.
there's one person that deserves it, and it's a shame that she won't win it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ugh. Oh. Um, okay, let's see here. Best R&B performance.
Okay.
Chris Brown for Summer Too Hot. Coco Jones for ICU. Robert Glasper featuring Sir and Alex Isley for Back to Love. SZA, Kill Bill. And Victoria Monet, How Does It Make You Feel? Julie?
I think SZA will take it.
I think SZA will take it too, but I could see I mean Victoria Monet, I'm gonna pull for Victoria um anytime.
Look, I know this is meant to be an award show that is voted on. I know that that's what it's meant to be, but I don't know, man. That variety cover of Victoria Monet has me feeling like she's either gonna sweep or she's gonna win something.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna win something for
Yeah,
sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Um, but SZA is her stiffest competition.
yeah.
Okay, let's do best alternative music performance.
Okay.
Always for Belinda Says, Arctic Monkeys for Body Paint, Boy Genius, Cool About It, Lana Del Rey, A&W, Paramore, This Is Why. I think I think I think that Lana Del Rey may take it only because she's also been nominated for the bigger categories, but I think Paramore deserves it, hands down.
Yeah. Paramore deserves that. Um, I have no thoughts about anybody else in this category.
Wait, so you don't listen to you've never listened to Arctic Monkeys?
No,
You've never listened to Boy Genius?
no.
Okay, what is your opinion on Boy Genius?
Let's not get into it.
No, let's get into it. A quick
Let's not get into it because I don't have it what's it called? Fully thought out yet.
Okay, but
But
you don't listen to them.
I don't listen to them. I struggle with Phoebe Bridgers as a
Oh.
human.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because she dated who?
There's just something about her. Well,
Didn't she
it's
date
all of
somebody
it.
controversial?
Well, she's friends with the racist. What's his
The
name?
man Taylor Swift dated?
Yeah. She's friends with them.
Mm,
And so that's part of it. And I think she's like a cheater. She was with Paul Mescal, then she cheated on him, and now she's with what's his name?
I don't know. Zach Braff.
No, no,
Oh.
no. Bo Derek, Bo, not Derek, Bo Burnham.
Oh,
And she
yes.
cheated on Paul with Bo. It's just, I don't know. I just struggle with the
I
separate the
do
art from the
know. Yeah.
artist.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I can't do
Okay.
it.
Okay. A best pop solo performance. Billie Eilish, What Was I Made For from the motion picture Barbie. Doja Cat, Paint the Town Red. Miley Cyrus, Flowers. Olivia Rodrigo, Vampire. Taylor Swift, Antihero. I
What?
would not be able to tell you what Antihero sounds like.
Oh, really? It's me.
Oh, that
I'm
song?
the pro. Yeah.
Go on. Um, my vote here is for Billie Eilish. I think that she has some potential to win with this song.
What's the category?
Best pop solo performance.
Yeah, I think Billie Eilish would take it. I would want Miley Cyrus to win.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. What about best pop duo group performance? Labyrinth featuring Billie Eilish, Never Felt So Alone. Lana Del Rey featuring John Baptiste, Candy Necklace. Miley Cyrus featuring Brandy Carlisle, Thousand Miles. SZA featuring Phoebe Bridgers, Ghost in the Machine. And Taylor Swift featuring Ice Spice for Karma. Hmm.
I feel like Taylor's gonna win that.
I feel like Taylor's gonna win that too. I would give it to Lana Del Rey featuring John Baptiste. I'm gonna get into it when we get up to the bigger categories.
For the
Which would
record, I think Labyrinth should win. I do think that Labyrinth deserves something, anything, give him something because he's such a talented. artist.
Mm, I agree. Song of the year. So this is having to do with the writing of the song. Billie Eilish, "What Was I Made For" from the motion picture Barbie. Dua Lipa, "Dance the Night Away" or "Dance the Night" from Barbie the album. Why would they make it two different? Okay, whatever. John Baptiste, "Butterfly." Lana Del Rey, "A&W." Miley Cyrus, "Flowers." Olivia Rodrigo, "Vampire." SZA, "Kill Bill." And Taylor Swift, "Antihero." I personally think that SZA will win this category.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
I would also love to see Billie Eilish win this category. I don't want Taylor Swift to win this category.
I don't know, friend. They really, really love to praise her songwriting.
Record of the year.
Yeah.
This is the production of the song. Billie Eilish, "What Was I Made For." Boy Genius, "Not Strong Enough." John Baptiste, "Worship." Miley Cyrus, "Flowers." Olivia Rodrigo, "Vampire." SZA, "Kill Bill." Taylor Swift, "Antihero." And Victoria Monet, "On My Mama." What do you think,
Billie
Julie?
Eilish.
Billie Eilish. I think Billie Eilish could absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I think Kill Bill by SZA could also. Those are the top two that I think will win.
Yeah.
And then finally, album of the year. The nominees are Boy Genius, "The Record." Janelle Monáe, "The Age of Pleasure." John Baptiste, "World Music Radio." Lana Del Rey, "Did You Know That There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard." Miley Cyrus, "Endless Summer Vacation." Olivia Rodrigo, "Guts." SZA, "SOS." And Taylor Swift, "Midnights." Now, if Taylor Swift wins album of the year, she will have the most album of the year wins than any other artist in
Wow.
history. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it'll be four. Julie, your thoughts?
I think she's gonna win it.
Mm. My vote is for SZA, "SOS." I think that album has had a. I think that album deserves to be recognized in this way.
Yeah. I would love to see literally anyone else take it.
There's an interesting conversation that I have had uh, with a friend and in my own mind
Okay.
about what history will tell us about this time.
Okay.
And I want to make something very clear.
Okay. Oh no.
I don't want to take anything away from Taylor Swift. I think that she is a superstar. I think that um I I I think that she's a powerhouse, and I think that for the most part she uses the power that she has in the industry for good. Um but I do want to have a I don't want to actually have a conversation about this. I just want to put this out there because somebody much smarter than me needs to look into this. But I think that there is something to be said about the ooh, a tough word to pronounce. The
Okay.
mediocrity that we
Mediocrity.
mediocrity that we experience in the world right now from politicians. Um, Somebody was just talking about how tech companies aren't doing anything innovative anymore. Um,
Yeah.
that so many people. How is it that so many people have have fallen in love with Donald Trump when this man is anything but in, exceptional?
Yeah.
And so, is there a conversation about why so many people are so fascinated and in love with Taylor Swift when, to me, my opinion is that her art and her performance is very average. There's
Hmm.
nothing, I think, to me, spectacular about what she does. Her ability to sing, I think that she can sing, but I think that she's a sing talker, and I don't think that she's anywhere exceptionally gifted as a singer. I think she knows that.
Right.
Um,
For sure.
she doesn't dance.
Right.
Um,
Not well, at least. What, who said that?
you did. Um,
No.
yeah, we can
No.
roll the tape. Um, she, I think what most people would say is her greatest gift is her songwriting. Mm, mm, I don't, what are the lyrics that are changing the world? I don't know. And so,
Okay.
I think that maybe there's a conversation to be had about whiteness, about mediocrity, and about how we've gotten here as a society to a point where things are kind of falling apart, and the people in which we look up to and that we praise are average. And I also was thinking in how and we had the conversation about Coachella the other day or last week, and I had this thought after we recorded, and I was like, why are those three people the headliners? And then I thought to myself, what has happened to the music superstar? There are two, in my personal opinion, maybe
Okay.
three. There's Beyonce, there's Taylor Swift. I think that you could probably include a couple other people, maybe an Ariana Grande. I think you could,
Okay.
Billie Eilish, maybe SZA. But even when you get below Taylor Swift and Beyonce, where are the music superstars? I do
Yeah.
believe that streaming has something to do with it. Music is so incredibly accessible now, and they're
Yeah.
shoving different artists and all these types of things down our throats that the spectrum of who you can listen to is so much wider than it ever used to be. And so just like we've lost the movie star, I think that we've also lost the musical star, and we've lost the pop star. And
Totally.
so it begs the question, who does Coachella put up as a headliner? We don't have stars anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so, um, you know, those are just thoughts that I've been having.
I agree. And I think, I've thought about this too, the fact that we don't have pop stars anymore and the fact that, we do seem to settle for the bare minimum out of a lot of our things. And well, the industry in general, I think, prioritizes quantity over quality when it comes to music industry. That's why they have people release single after single after single after single, and they're not worried about the entire product anymore, which is the album. Um, and I honestly think that the reason why we settle so much, and given this a lot of thought, is because I think that collectively, we as a society, our self-esteem is in the gutter. As
Mm,
people, I think we stayed 2 years indoors. I think we don't know how to communicate with each other anymore. We don't know how to socialize. We don't know how to exist in the outside world. And so when we look at stars or people that we want to relate to, they cannot be too high and mighty. That's why people get on the Beyonce hate train. They can't relate to her. They don't find a way to relate to her because she is not like you and me. And she makes that very clear. And if she doesn't make it clear, her talent makes it clear for her and her vision makes it clear for her. So that's why a lot of people struggle with artists like Beyonce because she's not going to shrink herself down to cater to what you want to be relatable. And artists like Taylor Swift built a platform on be I'm just like you. My heartbreak is just like yours. I come from a small town. I was poor too, but she wasn't. She was
she
never
was
poor. Her
never
parents
poor.
were rich the
Yeah.
entire time. But you know what I mean? She's built a platform out of being relatable. And I think artists like Ariana Grande and stuff like that, I think at some point it does get away from them because they're rich and they're famous and we know better. But there was a point where everyone looked at Ariana Grande and said, "That's a relatable person. I totally get her. She doesn't dance well. I love
Hmm.
that, but she sings like a freaking angel sent from heaven, but her dancing sucks. That shit is relatable. My
Hmm.
dancing sucks. I couldn't get up on that stage and dance the way Ariana does and look
Hmm.
half as good as she does.
Hmm.
And so that I think it has to do with the way that we look at ourselves. And I think that we as a society have a self-esteem that is in the gutter right
I
now.
couldn't agree more. And now we've said it. And now we have said it, Julie. That's a housewives thing.
Oh,
Um, I I think the internet has a big thing to do with it. I think social media has a big thing to do with it. I mean, I love the Kardashians, but also the Kardashians are you could say they're the most famous women in the world, right? But what did they do? Now,
Yeah.
have they taken advantage of the position that they're in and created an empire? Absolutely. And I think that's very impressive. But again, here are these women who were living in their regular home. I mean, they were rich, but they weren't
Mm-hmm.
filthy rich when they first
Mm-hmm.
started, and then just became famous from living their lives.
Well,
Well, sure, yes,
and the
the sex tape, but and I mean, but everybody makes sex tapes now. Like you buy people sex tapes now. It's so
yeah.
easy to do on your
Mm-hmm.
phone. And
Mm-hmm.
so it is our self-esteem, what we expect of ourselves is so low. The bar
Mm-hmm.
is set so low. So the people that we look up to are not impressive. And
Mm-hmm.
that's where I have trouble understanding
Mm-hmm.
the phenomenon that is Taylor Swift,
Right.
because I don't get it. And I don't want to take anything away from this young girl. We're
Mm-hmm.
only a couple months apart. We're born in the same year. But, like I just don't. The other thing I want to say, Taylor Swift also doesn't make music for me. I have to understand that. We should
Sure.
all understand that. Taylor Swift doesn't make music for me. I'm not going to connect to whatever it is that she's singing about.
By for me, what do you mean?
As in, I don't, I don't connect with her stories about sitting on the bleachers and blah 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 blah. I don't connect with the stories about I don't even listen to her songs, so I can't I can't tell you what it is about. But I just her everything about Taylor Swift isn't targeted for a consumer like me. It's
Right.
just not. And
Yeah.
so and it is targeted for a lot of other people, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
But I I just don't get it. And I have a very difficult time trying to understand. I mean, I do get it. I understand why, but I have a difficult time understanding why people are so incredibly enthralled. When to me, the product is just average. It's the same iPhone we get every year.
Yeah. For the record, Swifties, I do get it. I do when you erase that mean comment you're gonna write, and I would just aim it at one half of us because I do get it. I okay with reality, I do get it. I get her appeal. I do think she's a talented songwriter. I enjoy her music. I do think that the world takes it a little bit too far, but I don't think that's a Taylor Swift problem. I think the world just takes things too far. This Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion beef is funny until y'all take it too far, and now the cemetery has to put out alerts to the police department because now people know where Megan Thee Stallion's mom is buried. You know what I mean? Like, I think people in general just take it too far, and this isn't a Taylor problem. This is a people problem that unfortunately splashes all over Taylor. I do understand her appeal. I do think she's a mediocre pop star because we're gonna be honest with everyone, and it's okay. She can be mediocre. She's still a multimillionaire. She is still up on that stage, offbeat dancing, like her life depends on it. And singing, like, has her singing gotten better? I want to go on record and say that I know for a fact it has. When she first started, we were on the struggle bus together. Now it's clear that she's taken voice lessons, and that she has gotten better. I do think she's talented. I don't think she deserves this godlike admiration from everybody. I think she does a lot of things that disappoint me as an artist, as a person, as a human. And she reminds us consistently that she is just another white woman doing white woman stuff. And that's also okay, you know? That's fine.
Yeah, listen, I don't think that Taylor Swift had this grand plan to become this
No.
crazy superstar. This is what's happened to her, and
Yeah.
she's taking it and she's using it. And I think a lot of people do treat her unfairly. I understand that.
Yeah.
And and I can appreciate the art that she makes, it not being for me,
Hmm.
nor it being of a caliber that I think a pop star of her level should be making. I do want to say that I can't promise when this will happen, but I do plan to watch the Eras movie tour film, um,
Okay.
because as a cultural critic, I want to be well versed in what I'm talking about. And I want to be
Okay.
able to say, right, confidently why I don't appreciate her art. So I just want to make that very clear. I
Okay.
will watch it at some point, and I'll have to pay for it. So, okay.
Can we have a timeline of that?
I'm gonna say, um, mm, before the end of March.
Oh my God, bitch. I thought you were gonna before the end of the year. I was gonna
No,
say,
before
if
the
you
end of
don't
March.
calm the fuck down. Okay, before the end of March. Great.
Yeah, only because it's a busy time. And so
Look,
before the end of
you do
March.
not have to make excuses. We know that it takes you 5 years to watch one thing. It's
Okay.
fine. We've
And I
learned.
also don't know if I'll be able to watch the whole thing in one sitting. So I just want to,
Right.
yeah. Okay. It could be
Okay.
next week. I don't know. Okay.
That's okay.
Saying. I'm just saying. Anyways. Okay. Lovely. Thank you, Julie, for indulging me.
Thank you.
It's time for America's favorite segment on any podcast. You want to know what? Ask your neighbor, and this is what they'll say. It's time for the pop culture pop up. First up on the pop culture pop up, Julie, Jake Gyllenhaal. Tell us what happened.
Jake. Before we get started, I do want to make a public service announcement and say that a long time ago, prior to this news coming out, I was no longer the president of the Jake Gyllenhaal fan club. This has been a long time coming. If you needed to reach me, I am currently at the Colin Farrell fan club, where I will be until he fucks up. But me and Jake haven't seen eye to eye for quite some time. Ever since he stopped pursuing that Oscar and he said, I want to be the next action star, I said, Bestie, I'm going to jump off this boat. Cool. Oh, Jake. Okay, here's the thing. We all are going to hear this news, and the first thing that will come to our minds is that I believe that happened. And that's okay. And that's okay because he's a white man and we knew it was going to be bad eventually. An indie movie called Suddenly fell apart after Jake Gyllenhaal showed erratic behavior. Some of the erratic behavior included constant script rewrite demands, doing his rehearsals in a Pepe Le Pew like accent, saying set builders should sleep in their cars to prevent COVID spread, and my personal favorite, stripping to his underwear and diving into the freezing ocean, saying, and this is a direct quote, when I see the ocean, I swim in the ocean.
Even the ocean one does not, I think, beat the Pepe Le Pew accent.
I just don't. Jake.
That man is weird. Um,
That man is chaos on a budget or on no budget. He's chaos on no budget. Yeah. I don't
how do you,
even know.
huh?
I was gonna say I don't even know that's how do you defend something like that
Well,
erratic?
you don't, first of all. I think that he is a product of his upbringing. I think he's a
Yeah.
product of his surroundings. And I think that he was told he was the greatest living thing on this earth. And then he
Yeah.
found out that he wasn't. And when you have somebody with that much of an ego, and that much of a narcissistic
Yeah.
tendency,
Yeah.
what you're gonna get is an actual real life in the flesh psychopath. Jake
Yeah.
Gyllenhaal, you are a psychopath.
Yeah.
Um, hmm, and there,
I
and now we've said it.
I'm not gonna go on record and say that he's a psychopath
Oh, okay.
because
The Pepe Le Pew, the if I see the ocean, I swim in the ocean.
yeah,
What is? I mean, what happens when he sees the ocean from a plane?
he jumps out of the exit door.
Right.
Um, I yeah. Here's the thing. I think I think he's in a little bit of a crisis internally because he wanted that Oscar so bad. And I think he's gone off the rails. I think it's a little bit of that. I think it's a little bit of he's gone off the rails, and I think it's a little bit of privilege. I wouldn't be surprised if he was acting this way because maybe he was looking at the script. He's like, this isn't actually something I want to do. How crazy can I get? Let me get out of this thing. A mixture of all of that could be a possibility. I think we all have sensed that Jakey Jake is chaos walking. We all knew it. Ane specifically replied to our Instagram stories. Okay, Ane, either tell me the stories you know or stop telling me without telling me. You can't do both. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, look, we all know. Even when at my diehardest Jake Gyllenhaal fan, did I know that there was always an opportunity to be on alert because anything and any news could come out at any moment about this man. I know I've heard all of the rumor, every single rumor you can think of, I've heard about this man, and it's all been negative. And it was only a matter of time. And look, when you get one that made it through the headlines and starts trending, we're bound to hear more.
Would you still have sex with him?
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
don't ask stupid questions.
Okay, I'm just wondering. Just
I'd
want to make
let
sure
him
we're both
fuck
on the
me
same
using the
page.
Pepe Le Pew accent. Okay.
That would be fun.
It'd be something.
Jake, come on the pod. Would love to
Come
have
on the
you.
pod.
Would
Yes.
love to have you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, in high school, they always made us watch. I was the one particular teacher that always made us watch October Sky.
That is a movie in the schools. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyways,
They love that shit.
they really do.
Yeah.
Next up on the pop culture pop up, Justin Timberlake keeps teasing an NSYNC reunion, and Julie has thoughts. Julie,
Either give it to us or shut the fuck up. You can't, you know what? This is the unfortunate thing is that he has realized that this is a thing that will get him back in people's good graces. And so now he uses it as a topic of conversation so that people can forget when he's trash and remember the nostalgia of it all. And let me tell you something, it works. And I'm quite tired of it because I'm not just saying it works to the public, it works on all of us because we're all fans of it. Look, I am a Justin Timberlake #1 hater, but at my core, forever and always an NSYNC diehard fan. Forever and until I die. I will be waiting on bated breath for that fucking music. I think this is ridiculous to continue to tease it. Either give it to us or shut the fuck up.
mm, mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Justin, stop trying to make PR for yourself. Okay, your song didn't do well. Put out another one.
Yeah.
Ugh. Justin, come on the pod. Would you let him come on the pod?
Yes, I would let him. Bitch, I'd let him come on the pod and pretend I was his #1 fucking fan.
Oh, okay. You and Jake Gyllenhaal, two peas in a pod, psychos. Uh-huh.
Like you think I'm not stupid.
Uh-huh. As I roll the tape. Roll the tape, Angie. I hate Justin Timberlake.
Oh, That's hilarious.
No one is safe here. Not
No.
me. But I do upload the episode so I can take whatever I want in or out.
Right, right, right.
I guess I do have all the power.
You do have all the power.
Mm. Mm. Finally on the pop culture pop up, the Super Bowl is next week, and Taylor Swift is going to the
Sports.
Super Bowl. It's, we're gonna talk about Super Bowl, but we're not gonna talk about sports. Taylor Swift is going to the Super Bowl after she comes back from
Yeah.
Tokyo. And I'm gonna go on the record and I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
I think that we may be watching one of the best
I
Super
agree.
Bowl halftime shows we have ever seen.
I agree. Buckle up.
I My panties are wet. I'm so excited.
Same.
I
Same.
have never been, I mean, listen, Usher, first of all, one of my first boyfriends.
Ooh, yes.
Usher, one of the best R&B performers I
Say
have
it.
ever encountered in my entire life.
Yes. Yeah.
Confessions Part 2, the best R&B song, the Rolling Stone thinks so. Adrian might
Yeah.
also think so.
Yeah.
I I think I think that he has been preparing his whole life for this. I think that
Yes.
because the money is here, he can do a lot, and I am very excited to see what Usher can do when people put the
Hmm.
resources into an artist that deserves it.
Yes.
Um, I think that he should, if he wants to, bring out performers, but I think it should be the Usher show, and it should be people who are on his songs that are performing with him,
Yes.
no multiple acts in one show. And so
Yes.
I'm very excited about what Apple, who produces the halftime show, can do with somebody like Usher, who can not only sing, but he can
Mm,
dance, and he
mm,
can do it without a shirt and make
mm.
it look like it is. Mm,
A stroll in the park.
mm, 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 mm.
I love him. Remember that performance of, oh, what, Naughty Girl, maybe? No. It's an Usher song. Superstar? I don't know. But where Beyonce's dancing with them.
Uh-huh. I didn't they do they did a song. Yeah, I think they've done
But in this performance, she doesn't sing. He sings his song and she dances on
Bad Girl.
stage with him. Bad girl. Bad
Yeah.
girl. I
I need a
have
bad girl. Oh, I'm gonna listen to that album tonight.
I have so many dreams about that song and that
Uh-huh.
performance
Uh-huh.
specifically. Can you imagine a world where that is recreated on a Super Bowl halftime show?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I imagine it constantly.
Yeah.
And if anyone is going to get Beyonce back on that stage, it's going to be Usher.
Yeah. I don't think that
So
she will, though. I don't think
I
that she will.
don't think she will either, but I'm manifesting. I'm
Yeah.
taking it out into the world. I do think this is going to be one of the best performances. I think Usher deserves so much more than what he gets.
1000%.
And I'm hoping that this is the beginning of that, the
Yeah.
beginning of the recognition that he is one of the greats. When we talk about these great, phenomenal performers, Usher is one of them. We've just been sleeping on him. Not enough people discuss him, which is unfortunate because I think he is a great all around performer. The singing, the dancing, the acting, bitch. He acts too, triple threat, and the songwriting. He's everywhere. I love him so much. I think he's so, so talented. I'm so excited.
I need a bad girl.
Mm,
Justin Timberlake wishes
he could never.
he
He could
could
never.
never.
He could never. No.
Um, Thoughts about the Taylor Kelsey of it all?
This is just like another perfect example of like the world doing too much. Like the world is doing too much when it comes to the fact that Taylor is gonna be at the Super Bowl to support Travis Kelsey. The Today Show had a whole spreadsheet of how she has a concert in Japan and how it was going to be possible for her to be at the Super Bowl anyway so that she could see Travis and a timeline. And if she gets on the plane at this time and she gets on stage at this time, if she leaves the stage at a whole segment on the Today Show about other people's lives. and trying to organize other people's lives. I mean, the world does too much. A perfect example of the world doing too much when it comes to this relationship and Taylor Swift in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave her alone.
Leave her alone.
I mean,
Yeah.
oh. Oh, the NFL is just the hungriest fucking little slut I've ever met in my entire life. A cum dump, if I've
Agreed.
ever seen one.
Agreed. Agreed.
Ew. That's gonna do it for the pop culture pop up. We'll be back next week with more pop culture chisme. Julie, do you have a Latinx spotlight for us?
I do have a Latinx spotlight. The show Griselda, starring Sofia Vergara, is now on Netflix. You can watch it. It's about the narco Griselda, who was from Colombia. Um, I am three episodes in, I believe. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Here's the thing. There's a lot of conversation about representation in the media and the fact that the shows that seem to be highlighted when it comes to Latinidad is about narcos. And I think there is a valid point to be had. With that being said, I think that point would not exist and it wouldn't be an issue that a lot of our content surrounds narcos or drug cartels or like that world of crime. I don't think it would be an issue if a lot of our shows surrounded that, if we were still getting the doctors and the lawyers and the regular schmegular people on television as well, with telling us the regular schmegular world stories. If we had representation of all kinds, I think these shows about narcos would be more celebrated and people would feel more comfortable consuming it because it wouldn't be glorifying the subject. It would just be including a part of our history that is there whether we want to discuss it or not. Griselda is a Colombian woman who is a powerful narco. That is the truth. That is the reality that is in the Colombian culture as much as it is in a Mexican culture, the world of the drug cartels. And I think it's just a thing that we need to accept. And again, I don't think there would be a conversation about how this content shouldn't be consumed if we were getting proper representation all over the place. But unfortunately, I tell you to watch a show and you guys don't do it. So what am I supposed to do? I'm trying my best here. Okay. I give you shows about regular life, regular families, one day at a time. Did you guys watch it? Class? No, no one did. It got canceled. It got canceled twice. It got canceled twice. I said, go and watch Superstore. Did you guys go watch Superstore? No. Guess what it did? Got canceled. Did you guys watch Vita? You didn't watch Vita. Canceled. What do you want? Okay. They're going to continue to give you narco content because that's what you're tuning in to watch. With that being said, it's blasphemy that Sofia Vergara never got an Emmy for her performance in Modern Family. And I think she has a good shot with the show to get an Emmy nomination and maybe hopefully pushing for a win here because I think she deserves that.
I love
Yeah.
Sophia.
I think she's so talented and intelligent, and because she has a thick accent, people continuously talk to her like she's a fucking idiot, and she's not.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
Time for some azúcar. I'll go first. Fair warning, this is a bit of a downer.
Okay.
I just want to send my love to my friend Rolly, who I know from college, whose mother passed away last week. He
Oh,
and his
Rolly.
mother were so incredibly close. They had such a powerful
Mm,
relationship. Um, and I know that his mother is so proud of him and got to see him get married and got to see him live his
mm,
best life. And yeah, I want to send all my love to him. Rolly is you know, I'm we met in college, went through some intense experiences, bonded over the people that we love and the people that we love to hate.
mm,
And um 10 years plus and still being in touch with somebody is, I think, an incredible feat. And so Rolly is one of
Mm-hmm.
those people. He's an exceptional human
Mm,
being. Um, Incredibly kind, incredibly funny, the biggest heart on his sleeve, does incredible work, and um, it is a tough time, but
mm,
you know, life is waits for no one,
mm-hmm.
and I hope he knows that he has a lot of people who love him and will look out for him. And so I
Yeah.
sent all of my love
Mm.
to Rolly and his family. Um, and yeah,
Our thoughts are with you, Rolly. That must be so difficult. It's so
yes.
sad. My Azúcar is an album by, okay, you know, Ex Ambassadors. The lead singer of that, his name is Sam Nelson, and he did a solo project sometime a little bit after the pandemic. I think he worked on it during the pandemic. The album is called Why Does Everything Make Me Cry? I saw the title. I said, is this for me? Is this specifically written for me? Interesting. And it's a wonderful, cute little gut-wrenching album that I need everybody to listen to. It sounds the way that this is recorded, if you close your eyes, you could swear he is sitting in your living room with the guitar singing to you. It sounds so intimate in such a personal way. Googled it after one of the songs that made me cry. Thank you, Sam. I Googled like interview with Sam Nelson about because I was like, what kind of heartbreak did this bitch go through that this is what he is shelling out? No heartbreak. He said, I just love a cute little sad love song. I said, how dare you do that to me, sir? He is happily married. I mean, I love that for him, but also the way that you can emote without having felt it is intense. Please listen to the album. It is so, so, so good. Very intimate, very quiet, very necessary. And it kind of encapsulates so many the album forces you to ask questions that sometimes you're too afraid to ask. There's a beautiful song about considering ending a relationship and being too afraid to end it. And that inner monologue that you kind of go through of like, I need to say something, but I'm afraid to say something because I need to end it, but I don't want to hurt this person. And it's beautiful and necessary. Everyone go listen to this album. Sam Nelson, Ex Ambassadors. We all know the song Unsteady. It was going and going and going when it first came out. Everyone had heard it. It was everywhere. Um, Go and listen to this album. Why Does Everything Make Me Cry? A Love Letter by Julie. Yeah, so so good.
Okay, I'm very intrigued. I saved it onto my
Love
Spotify, so
it.
I will listen.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that's going to do it for us. We've reached the
Okay.
end of the episode. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram, at TikTok, on Twitter at You, Me, and Chisme. Make sure you follow our Spanish TikTok account at You, Me, and Chisme.mx. Make sure you visit youmeandchisme.com for the newsletter for Julie's wonderful reviews. Make sure you watch this episode. Maybe give us a like on YouTube. That would be lovely. Thank you very much. Make sure that you send in fan mail. You can write it in, you can voicemail it in, however you would like. And make sure you share this episode with somebody, because sharing ultimately is caring.
It's caring.
And we'll be back next week with more Cheeseman. But until then, make sure you have lots of love, lots of peace, and most importantly, lots of Cheeseme in your life. Bye.
Bye.